Hi guys, it's Cornish Kayak Angler here. If you're after your first fishing kayak and you're looking for something that's going to perform reasonably well on the sea and coastal waters, but you don't want to go spending the earth on your first fishing kayak, you want to check out this model here. It's the Enigma Kayaks Fishing Pro 12. Okay, so this is the Enigma Kayaks Fishing Pro 12. A really nice kayak, kitted out with plenty of features. It's about 12 foot long with a width of 30 inches. It's got quite a nice hull shape to the front, which means it's going to cut through the water nicely. And at 12 foot, it's not going to be too sluggish to paddle either. Yet it's got that nice mix where not only will it paddle quite well, it also remains quite stable at the same time. It's got a maximum load capacity of around 160 kilos. Now that means it will be suitable for a paddler up to about 110 kilos or so, so maybe around 17-18 stone. But yet really well kitted out, lots of features to make fishing enjoyable and make accessorizing the kayak quite easy. So I'm going to run through the features and the design of this kayak in this video, and we can have a look at what makes this a really great and affordable fishing kayak, and a great option if you are looking for that first fishing kayak as well. So starting at the bow of the Fishing Pro 12 here, we can see it's got a reasonably sharp bow design there with a slight flare to the hull. That will help divert water as you paddle through slightly choppy conditions. And at the very front there is a drain bung there. Should you find any water get inside the hull, any condensation build up, you can drain it out through that point. It's quite nice that it's right at the very point of the kayak. It makes getting all the water out very easy. Moving back, we have a rubberized webbing handle, again nice for picking up the kayak, pulling it when it's on a trolley. And then we come to a nice large oval hatch, and it's a nice easy open hatch. By just pivoting those latches there, we can open it up, and the hatch lid is leashed on a small piece of cord there to stop it flying right over. And inside we've got a nice hatch bag there, so we can put some gear in there. Stores it quite neatly and prevents it getting lost within the hull whilst you're paddling. But that's removable if you don't want to use that, and by taking that out, there's a large area in there, and there's plenty enough room in there to get the popular Railblazer Sea Tug trolley. So that will break down and fold up and go into the hatch there, so it can be stored whilst you're on the water. We'll pop the bag back in there for now, and the hatch just closes like so, and you can lock it with those latches. A little further back we can see some moulded in brass inserts on the hull. Now they're designed to take a Railblazer starport, and they can be bolted straight to there. With Railblazer they offer a lot of accessories such as rod holders, camera mounts, fish finder mounts, and plenty more, so it makes it very easy to add accessories to this kayak, so they can easily be bolted on there. So moving back, we get to the main footwell and seating area of the Fishing Pro 12, and in the centre we can see a nice large tackle hatch here, and it's held down with just a couple of clips there, so we can then open up the hatch. Inside is a nice sealed compartment, perfect for popping your tackle boxes in there, your boxes of lures, your weights, maybe some bait, so it's nice and easy to access from the seat. So that's a really great feature there, and that can just be popped back on with the straps done back up to secure the hatch lid. And on this lid you might notice there's several sort of mounts and accessory attachment points here. They're actually designed for a brand called Canon, but they're quite hard to get hold of that brand here in the UK at the moment. However, those ports there, you can fit Scotty accessories into there. This is their Scotty bait caster with a rod holder extender. You actually push quite nicely into those ports, so that would be great there for popping a rod whilst you're trolling a lure. It's nice and high up out the way. and it's nice and secure in that base, but you can pivot it and put it at whatever angle you want. You can also fit the feel-free rod holder. They do a swivel rod holder. Again, that fits in the recesses there in the ports quite nicely on the hatch. Also on the hatch there's a sort of an embossed fish measure as well. Hopefully we'll be catching some nice fish to make use of that. Also in the footwell you can see there's some scupper holes, and the Enigma kayaks, they come with a full set of scupper bungs, which is really nice. I mean, with blocking up the scupper holes, you do sort of defeat the point of the scupper holes being there, because they allow water to drain out from the footwell should water come over the side. So it's always worth leaving at least 1 or 2 of these open. But if you're on very calm water where there's minimal risk of water coming over the side, you can block those up. And there's a set at the end of the footwell and also further up towards the seat. You can also see here some adjustable footrests, and they're linked in with the rudder system on this kayak. One of the main advantages of this kayak, big benefit, is that it comes fitted with a rudder system, and rudder systems are brilliant if you're paddling in particularly windy conditions. It prevents you having to paddle on one side of the kayak all the time. You can just trim the rudder to one side or the other and then continue paddling as normal, and it's a much more efficient system for when you are paddling in particularly windy conditions. Also helps in cross currents as well. And these are adjustable just by the lever towards the seat there. You can access that from the seat. Then you can just slide the footrest into the desired position and lock that in again to stop the footrest moving there. And the rudder works by pivoting on the top section of the footrest. You sort of put pressure with the top of your foot against this toe tab section. As you do that, it controls the rudder at the back of the kayak. So moving further back, the centre of the kayak, you can see another side carry handle here, rubberized webbing handle. Incorporated into this one is a paddle holder, just a simple bungee paddle holder with a little button there to hook the elastic over once it's around the paddle shaft, so you can store your paddle there easily whilst you're fishing. Also beside the seat here we can see a small cleat, and that is used to lock the rudder uphaul into position just by unclipping the rope. There's a nice bead on the end there to grab from the cockpit, but you can grab that, you can pull, and as you pull it deploys the rudder at the back. You see that there flipping over, and when it's down in position you just lock that back into the cleat to keep the rudder in its down position during use. Then when it comes to uphauling, say when you're coming back to shore and you're coming back to the beach, you can just unclip. It's on a spring-loaded system. Just by releasing, the rudder will flip back up onto the deck of the kayak. A really nice feature there, nice and easy to use. And the Enigma Fishing Pro 12, it comes with a really nice, comfortable deluxe backrest. It's nicely padded, a lot of foam on there, some nice brass clips to clip onto the kayak. And it's, yeah, a good high backrest, nice and rigid, so it will be nice and supportive and comfortable for several hours on the water. So as we move to the back of the kayak, just behind the seat, we can see flush mount rod holder, and there's one either side of this kayak. So perfect for popping your rods in as you're paddling out to your mark, or whilst you're trolling a lure if you want. And then we come to a large rear cargo area. Plenty of room here to store a crate full of gear. There's again some scupper bungs in there, so the water will drain away if any gets in there. But yeah, easy to store a nice big crate under these bungees. It's got nice crisscross bungees here. Just as we move back, you might notice on the edge of the tank well there, the cargo area, a couple more molded in brass inserts. And again, they're designed to use with Railblazer gear. This is the Railblazer starport. That can simply be bolted in position there to give an upright starport. Perfect for mounting maybe a safety flag or a visibility kit with a light. So yeah, nice little design feature there. Again, making it easy to accessorize the kayak. As we get to the back, we can see the rudder system here. It's just a simple overstern rudder system. Adjustable cords. If you need to retension, you can undo these and adjust. But yeah, simple overstern rudder, which yeah, just flips over as you pull that cord and locks down into position. Allows you to control it with your feet. So yeah, a really nice feature that it comes included with the Enigma Kayak, and there is a rudder retainer bungee there, so it doesn't go dropping out of position, say when it's upside down on a car roof. And if we have a look at the underside of the kayak, you can just see nice pronounced keel at the stern. So that's really going to help the kayak track and stay in a straight line as you're paddling, but with the rudder, that does a lot of the work for you. It's brilliant. So yeah, that's all the main features of the Enigma Kayaks Fishing Pro 12 there. A really well kitted out kayak, brilliant for a first fishing kayak. It comes with some really nice features to make fishing nice and comfortable and easy, and places to store your tackle, and a nice big tank well to hopefully store your catch as well. So let's have a quick look at the underhull of this kayak. You can see the bow there, the gently flared bow, which will cut through the water nicely and help divert a little bit of the choppy waves that you might find on open water. And it runs back into the main hull there. You can see it holds that width of about 30 inches for most of the main footwell and seating area, so that provides a lot of stability to the hull. It's a reasonably flat underside through the middle section of the hull, with sort of gently rounded sides to then quite steep sides, and again that just helps it sit well in the water, offers a good amount of stability, and the nice smooth finish to this kayak makes it glide through the water really nicely. And these two tracking channels that run from sort of where the front hatch is on the top side of the kayak right to the bank tank well for most of the length of the kayak, they're going to help it hold its straight line as you're paddling along. But again, as I mentioned, that rudder is going to really help with that as well. So moving to the back, you can just see that pronounced stern there, stern keel line, you can see it there. And again, that helps it lock into position, hold its course as you're paddling along. And there we go, that's the Enigma Fishing Pro 12. Okay guys, so that's the Enigma Fishing Kayaks Pro 12. A really great kayak. It's going to be a great all-rounder for use on the sea and inland waters as well. It's got some really nice features, including that tackle hatch there, the nice bow hatch on the front, big storage area at the back, and that rudder system, which is going to help this kayak perform really well. So yeah, it's a really good kayak, and it would be a great choice for those wanting their first fishing kayak, particularly for use on salt water where they want a nice bit of performance to perhaps get against a bit of tide or the choppy waves you often find on the coast. And this kayak, it's reasonably priced as well, and it's available in the UK. Check out Cornwall Canoes. I've popped a link in the description of the video, and you'll be able to have a look at this, and there's details of this kayak and how you can buy it if you so wish. But yeah, there we go guys. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit the like button, and for plenty more kayak fishing content, kayak overviews, rigging, installation videos and more, make sure you hit subscribe on my channel. Thanks for watching.